So this is a song, my most recent song, and it's one. It's got a lot of words, and if I follow my own advice, I'm going to end up doing a lot of things. When I'm waiting for that check to come, my phone to ring, my car to run, what can I do in the meantime? When I'm waiting out a summer storm, the winter blues, a broken arm, what can I do in the meantime? Well, I could call a friend I've been missing, and then call another one or two or 10. Read a good book, take a good look at what I really want, give the rest the hug. Clear away some growing clutter, have a warm croissant with butter, tell the folks in Congress what's on my mind. Just a few things I could do in the meantime. When I'm waiting for the dam to burst, the sky to fall to hear the worst, what can I do in the meantime? I could take it on the chin till my ship comes in. I could easily do that in the meantime. Or I could plant a tree joyfully while turning over a new leaf, pick up trash along the road, or visit a lonely senior at home, build a house for folks without one, dish out food for folks who need some, then give thanks it's not me in that line. Just a few things I could do in the meantime. Between my morning caffeine fix and the evening news apocalypse, there'll never be a better time than this to follow my heart, follow my dreams, see where the winding road there leads. Smile at strangers, say a kind word, seek out the truth, then let it be heard. Remember, life's not everlasting. Have some fun and have compassion. Kiss the one I love, but don't think she'll mind. Just a few things I could do in the meantime. Just a few things I could do in the meantime. Just a few things I could do in the meantime. Yep, just a few things. Well, folks, I'm sorry about the little technical problems we had. And hopefully things are back. I still can't see the chat, but I hope that you all will say where you're from and who you are, at least, and maybe the chat came back the very next day. Maybe it will for me too. All right, well, okay, the next song, and again, thanks Gary and Pratt for having me in the Folk Project. Streaming Tuesdays, it's great to be here. And Kathleen for helping out with some of the technical stuff and media. And I'm going to do another song that I wrote, all songs I wrote tonight, but this is one that's on my 2020 CD, Roots, Rhymes, and Branches. And I got the idea when I was driving down a road in Cumberland County, rural East Tennessee, when I was a forester, ready to do some work. And the name of the road was Genesis Road, and I thought that'd be a great name for a song and a great song story. So that's just what I came up with. And in the beginning, I was born to a sweet home where the love of my dear family knew no bounds. Below me, rushing waters, above me, deep green hills. I was a fool to ever leave that hallowed ground. It all began on Genesis Road, where the wild Obed River flowed, where the seeds of all I am were sowed. These roots run deeper than the miles that keep me from their loving smiles. I'm searching for a way back to the fold, to where it all began on Genesis Road. Cold steel and concrete are all I see these days. Trying to make a name nearly left me blind. Up here 50 stories, I never felt so low, thinking of the aching hearts I left behind. It all began on Genesis Road, where the wild Obed River flows, where the seeds of all I am were sowed. These roots run deeper than the miles that keep me from their loving smiles. I'm searching for a way back to the fold, to where it all began on Genesis Road. I hope it's not too late, a lesson learned. On my journey home I'll pray for one bridge left unburned. It all began on Genesis Road, where the wild Obed River flowed, where the seeds of all I am were sowed. These roots run deeper than the miles that keep me from their loving smiles. I'm searching for a way back to the fold, to where it all began on Genesis Road. Yeah, it all began on Genesis Road. Right. This next song is one I wrote with a good buddy of mine here in Nashville, Dave Woodward. And I don't know if Dave's on tonight, but we got together some years ago to write, and he told me that he had found out a distant cousin of his way back was the infamous Lizzie Borden of axe murder trial fame. So he had the idea for the song, and we went and wrote it. And I'm going to take another little sip of water. Anyway, it was we recorded with our trio Second Nature, and then bluegrass pioneer Cliff Waldron also recorded the song. But I'm going to do it for you, getting into the mountains a little bit here. It's winter on Lone Mountain and the snow is on the ground. She chops the wood just like he did when he was still around. It's enough to heat the cabin, but not to warm her heart. 'Cause the home fires that he promised never had a chance to start. They were married in the springtime, when love and crops should grow. But they say the fields he planted weren't the only seeds he sowed. She never could believe all the rumors that they spread, till she caught him with a stranger out behind that old woodshed. She claims he ran and never once looked back. Some say she swung and dropped him in his tracks. Well, he might be down in Asheville or out back beneath the pines. Either way, you could say she had an axe to grind. Many years have passed and now her hair has turned to gray. Her hands are just as calloused as her heart became that day. She tells a bitter story about a man who left but still no one ever saw him coming down out of those hills. Claims he ran and never once looked back. Some say she swung and dropped him in his tracks. Well, he might be down in Asheville or out back beneath the pines. Either way, you could say she had an axe to grind. Yeah, he might be down in Asheville or out back beneath the pines. Either way, you could say she had an axe to grind. It's winter on Lone Mountain and the snow is on the ground. Chops the wood just like he did when he was still around. That's kind of a spooky, swampy mountain ballad. So, all right, so I'm just going to move on here and see what my next thing. I'm going to enjoy this because this is about a town I lived in southeast Alaska back in the late 70s, early 80s when I was with the Forest Service there, and named Sitka, Alaska. And it was a beautiful place, all kind of by itself on Baranof Island, and grew to love the people and the place. And here's my story of that. And I have to say, though, that it rained about 100 inches a year on the average. And so people jokingly called it liquid sunshine to kind of be able to deal with it. And so that's what this song is kind of about, too. So here's my love song to Sitka and its people. Island I lived on many years ago, in a village nestled in between the mountains and the shore, with just 20 miles of road between the hemlocks and the waves. We sure lots of miles walking through each other's doors. We'd sing in the galleys gathered all around, with old George's fiddle and the hobbit's mandolin. The wind it would howl and the rain it would pour, but it couldn't douse the fire burning in our souls back then. That Sitka liquid sunshine nearly drove us mad, but it sure brought us together when we were all we had. I still shed a tear under Tennessee blue skies, dreaming of our lives when we were young in the Sitka liquid sunshine. One more fish story down at the Pioneer Bar, washed down with Olympia and chased with our laughter. Then one dark winter's day, those transfer papers came. That ferry took my body, but my heart stayed so long after. In that Sitka liquid sunshine that nearly drove us mad, but it sure brought us together when we were all we had. I still shed a tear under Tennessee blue skies, dreaming of our lives when we were young in the Sitka liquid sunshine. I can close my eyes and be by the docks again, walking by the fishing boats, talking to my friends in boots of red rubber and our Helly Hansen green. Between the rain and bars, we never quite dried out, it seems. In that Sitka liquid sunshine that nearly drove us mad, but it sure brought us together when we were all we had. I still shed a tear under Tennessee blue skies, dreaming of our lives when we were young in the Sitka liquid sunshine. I still shed a tear under Tennessee blue skies, dreaming of our lives when we were young in the Sitka liquid sunshine. In that Sitka liquid sunshine. In that Sitka liquid sunshine. Here's to Sitka. And maybe my friend Vern is on today. He thought he might make it. He lives in Sitka on a little island off from the town. So if you're there, Vern, hi. It's great to see you in spirit. Okay, well, I'm going to change the pace a little bit and get back to the lower 48. Well, it's actually everywhere. But this is a song that was inspired by what, all the goings on in our country right now. I'm looking for my, here we go, a harmonica, trying to hide again. Yeah, this is a song that, we're so divided these days, of course, politically and some other ways, and trying to get something that we can all, talk about, anything to bring us together a little bit. So that's what I tried to do here. Well, neighbor, you and I haven't talked in a good while, 'cause when it comes to politics, we don't see eye to eye. We used to have those barbecues before we built this fence, but life's too short and the day's too long, and this don't make no sense. So walk right through this gate, you know it's not too late, 'cause with a friend is the right side to be on. We'll sit and drink a beer and bend each other's ear till we find something we both can Well, how about the team? Man, they're on quite a streak. This could be the year they take it all, well, don't you think? Tell me about the wife and kids, I hope they're doing fine. And if you have the time, I'd love to tell you about mine. So walk right through this gate, you know it's not too late, 'cause with a friend is the right side to be on. We'll sit and drink a beer and bend each other's ear till we find something we both can agree on. There won't be MSNBC or Fox News on the tube. Talk about our families, our plans, and all that's new. So walk right through this gate, I can hardly wait, 'cause with a friend is the right side to be on. We'll sit and drink a beer and bend each other's ear till we find something we both can agree on. Let's sit and drink that beer and bend each other's ear till we find something we both can agree on. Yeah, we'll find something we both can agree on. All right, well, that's a little song trying to bring us together again. I guess I couldn't agree on which chord I wanted to play in the end of the song there, but anyway, I managed to get back to it. I guess that happens sometimes. Now, this is a song that I'm excited to play for you. I've played it a few times around for folks, but this is one that I wrote with another great songwriter, singer, and artist, Will Kimbrough, who lives in Nashville, and it was came out of a climate music project, the Music Declares Emergency, collaborating to get songwriters together with climate scientists to write songs to inspire action on climate change. So Will and I wrote the song. We got together some scientists, and then Will and I wrote and finished the song, and now it's going to be trying to get thousands and thousands of school kids to sing on it, the choruses, and the end of the year we hope to release it, a video and the song. So this is there's a team working on this, and you can go to climatemusic.org/be cool to find more information about the campaign to use the song to get not only kids singing on it, but kids and their families to take some kind of climate action as a part of this whole project. So anyway, I'm going to do the song now, if I can recall the... I want to be cool, it isn't a joke, to walk in the woods without all the smoke. I love to swim, but not in a flood. We can't grow a crop down in the mud. I want to be cool and get the job done, so we don't get left out to bake in the sun. Let's plant some trees, make some shade from the ground up. That's how change is made. I want to be cool, how about you? Together there's not one single thing we couldn't do. other too. Working together, we all can be cool. And this is gonna be a sing-along next time that chorus comes along, so can I remember those words? I wanna be cool, it's gotten too hot. I'm joining the movement to save what we got. So every girl and every boy can live a good, long, healthy life and find some joy. I wanna be cool, how about you? Together there's not one single thing we couldn't do. Take care of the earth, each other too. Working together, we all can be cool. Leaders, it's time to lead. Listen to your people in need. The whole world is sweating this out. Can't you hear your kids starting to shout? I wanna be cool, how about you? Together there's not one single thing we couldn't do. Take care of the earth, each other too. Working together, working together, working together, we all can be cool. I wanna be cool. I wanna be cool. And I'll tell you, folks, with the heat that we've been having in this country and around the world lately, I think we need some more cool out there. And so check it out, climatemusic.org/be cool, and we're pretty excited about that. And so I'm going to change gears a little bit and go across the ocean a little bit, where it's often nice and pleasant weather. To the Emerald Isle. And I wrote this song several years ago, actually before I'd ever been to Ireland, but ended up going there, and really it's a lovely place, wonderful place to visit. People were great. So this is kind of about that, but in the perspective of somebody from here. Let's see, that wasn't the song I was going to play. Okay, yeah, it was, but that was the wrong start. So I've heard about the luck of the Irish. I could use a wee bit of it now. There's nothing at the end of my rainbow but a deep dark hole to fall down. And all my fields have turned brown. So I bought a one-way ticket to fly across the pond, with dreams of green and Guinness and a sweet lass on my arm. It may be pure blarney, I'm betting it all on, but I gotta trade these troubles for something. And it's Dublin or nothing. I'm gonna join those Dublin city buskers, play guitar on old Grafton Street. 4 tips, a beer and a good story, and life will be simple and sweet. The one I'm living here is killing me, So I bought a one-way ticket to fly across the pond with dreams of green and Guinness and a sweet lass on my arm. It may be pure blarney, I'm betting it all on, but the die is cast, the engines are rumbling, and it's Dublin or nothing. I bought a one-way ticket to fly across the pond with dreams of green and Guinness and a sweet lass on my arm. It may be pure blarney, I'm betting it all on, but I gotta trade these troubles for something. The die is cast, the engines are rumbling, and it's Dublin or nothing. And it's Dublin or nothing. Lord, it's Dublin or nothing. Yeah, it's Dublin or nothing. All right, a little song for going to Ireland. Well, thanks, folks, again for being here, and Gary for inviting me, and the folk project there in New Jersey for being there for folk musicians and artists and for fans. Here's a song that I haven't played out in a while, but I really enjoy playing it, and it's about when I was working as a forester in East Tennessee years ago. I used to help people manage their forest, and I also would go out and forest fires and help fight them. So at one time I heard of another forestry person in West Tennessee. I was in East Tennessee, but West Tennessee, who had met his future wife on a fire because she was out there helping to fight the fire too. And so with that little bit there, I knew that would make a great song and a great story, and so that's what I wrote this one about, and it's about the girl with the fire red hair. And let's see, like I said, I hadn't done this in a while, but I have gone through it, so I should be able to get through it, we hope. Just another wildfire in the hardwood hills of Tennessee. I was called out on the line late at night, but that's nothing new to me. As the flames rose higher, I looked up and you were standing there with a rake in your hand and your head full of fire red hair. We fought side by side all night long, but the fire still raged. You were helping to save the family farm, just a stone's throw away. You never let up, and you never gave in to despair. That's when I fell in love with the girl with the fire red hair. No blaze in these hills can match what's burning in our hearts. To think that so much love could spread from just one spark. Just before dawn, when we finally gained the upper hand. As the sun was rising, I just knew I had to be your man. I looked in your eyes as you smiled through the smoky morning air. That's when I kissed the lips of the girl with the fire red hair. No blaze in these hills can match what's burning in our hearts. To think that so much love could spread from just one spark. Have gone by, now we have a farm of our own. We've seen our share of hard times, but we've never had to face them all alone. And though we're showing strands of gray and a few more lines of care, there's still fire in the eyes of the girl with the fire red hair. No blaze in these hills can match what's burning in our hearts. To think that so much love could spread from just one spark. It was just another wildfire in the hardwood hills of Tennessee. Well, that tells that little story there. It could have happened that way to the real folks. And but it's great to be able to write songs and kind of come up with your own story about how things might happen or could happen. And let's see, I guess here's this next song is one that I wrote about a year or two back. And I haven't done it, recorded it or anything, but it's one that kind of gives a idea how, at least I try to cope with these troubled times, how things are happening and dealing with, I guess the stresses of life and also in this crazy world. So I'm going to sing it for you. Got to get a different harmonica. Just when you play the harmonica, there's probably 5 or 6 different keys you got to change up every time you have a set. So it's like a acrobat balancing act. And sometimes you get the wrong one in there, and that's a real surprise. Okay. I got the right one. There's not much that's looking up these days. The news can bring you down so many ways. When it feels like 10,000 pounds are on my back, I stop and look around. And I take a minute count all my blessings and think of all the grace that I've been shown. I close my eyes and picture better times. Yes, I take a minute so I can carry on. I keep plowing on to leave my mark. Little trail of light here in the dark. When it seems I've reached one more dead end, I remember time can be my friend. And I take a minute to count all my blessings, think of all the grace that I've been shown. I close my eyes, picture better times. Yes, I take a minute so I can carry on. And on the day I say my last goodbye, I pray I've left this world a better place. And I will take a minute to count all my blessings, think of all the grace that I've been shown. I close my eyes, picture better times. Yes, I'll take a minute so I can carry on. Yes, I'll take a minute before I'm carried on. Thank you, folks. Yeah, that's a way I try to think of things. Not always successful. Looks like we're pretty. I'm going to do 2 more songs, and this next one I think you'll enjoy, unless you're eating dinner. But it's a song I wrote with a couple of my friends who used to work. They all used to work in the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, and back in around 2000, Tennessee legislature passed a law that made it legal to pick up basically roadkill, take it home without a bunch of fuss from getting it checked out by wildlife officers. So anyway, we thought that might make a pretty good song, and I guess it was back in the day when Tennessee legislatures were doing a little more benign type things like the roadkill bill than what they're doing now. Wish they were still doing more roadkill and less this other stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna do the roadkill bill. And make sure that yeah. Our legislators passed it, it's law in Tennessee. What we find on the highway is legal now to eat. Deer, raccoon, and possum have all become fair game. It's an open season smorgasbord on every state highway. We used to swerve to miss them, but the grocery bill's so high. We supplement our shopping out on that center line. Grandpa says it's the best thing since Roosevelt's New Deal. 'Cause it ain't like a handout, it's more like Meals on Wheels. We got the roadkill bill. Now folks in Tennessee can get their fill. It's given brand new meaning to the phrase hot off the grill. Now that we have the roadkill bill. us on Leno, and they tried to put us down. But when a buck will feed the family, well, look who's laughing now. This stuff is all free ranging, organic to the bone. Just add a little tar and gasoline and it's ready to take home. Yeah, we got the roadkill bill. Folks in Tennessee can get their fill. It's giving brand new meaning to the phrase hot off the grill. Now that we have the roadkill bill. So welcome friends and neighbors from all across this land. You know, the more cars on the highway, the better chance we stand. If you're driving after sundown, be sure to use your brights, 'cause we'll pick up behind you and eat like kings tonight. Yeah, we got the roadkill bill. Folks in Tennessee can get their fill. It's giving brand new meaning to the phrase hot off the grill. Now that we have the roadkill bill. They say we'll have a bumper crop, and I sure hope we will. Now that we have the roadkill bill. Now that we have the roadkill bill. All right, let's hear it for some roadkill. Take a little swig here and doing one more. This will be my last song tonight. And thanks again, folks, for coming. Thank you so much, Gary, for inviting me in the Folk Project. And I also want to give a shout out to Bruce and Louise of Bruce Swan and Louise Baker from Music My Mother Would Not Like, that's where Gary saw me performing on their show a little while back, and they could help connect Gary to me. So thanks to them too, and everybody for coming out. So I'm going to do a song here to end it, kind of a good way to end, about hopeful and for a better world type of anthem. See if I can get the right key here. Yeah. If it didn't have a light glowing bright from a screen, if it didn't have some murder and mayhem in each scene, if I didn't get a buzz once it entered my bloodstream, had no interest in that, no interest in that. If it wasn't in the tabloid stacked up in the checkout line, if it made me think too much after a long and hard day's grind, if a homeless guy was wanting, I would look away each time, had no interest in that. That's how I used to feel, that's how I used to be, until I stared into the eyes of a man who wasn't free. Against my better judgment, it became my concern. Now I just can't let it go, 'cause we've got no time to burn. If it doesn't come from love, if it doesn't leave the grace, if it doesn't bring a smile to at least one worried face, if it doesn't leave our planet just a little better place. Got no interest in that. We all can have a vision, we all can have a dream, we all can make it true, as hard as it may seem. Alone it's all but futile, but together it will come, with a million hearts and minds working hard, get it done. If it doesn't bring some justice, if it doesn't bring some joy, if it doesn't fill the bellies of some hungry girls and boys, if it doesn't help to lift us from this dark and growing void, got no interest in that. No interest in that. I got no interest in that. No interest in that. I got no interest in that. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks Gary. Thanks Kathy and everybody who showed up. And thanks for the folk projects for what you're doing. You all have a great night.